Hello everybody. Tonight we're going to be doing a fuel filter upgrade on this car. So for that fuel filter upgrade, we're going to be throwing this bad boy on there. A lot of people do this upgrade for better filtration over the stock filter. So yeah, that's obviously partially why I'm doing it. The other reason, because it looks cool, basically. Obviously my car with some stretch tires and whatnot ain't racing around or do anything like that. It's kind of show and just have fun. It's kind of whatever. So kind of go over the procedure I'm doing to install this cat filter. I'm doing it differently. There are kits sold by certain people that come with everything, and they're reasonably priced, but I like doing stuff on the cheap. So I'll show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it for around $50. Okay, so first things first, we got to get old filter set up out of here. First off, there's a Phillips screw down there. Loosen that off a ways. Then you can pull the filter up and out of its home. Then we got to remove this bracket. Slowly grab a 10 mil. Undo the bolts. Hopefully not drop them both down in there like I did. Then you're gonna want to pull this bracket forward and up and out. Obviously much easier with two hands. Now we got the bracket out of the way. I can see if I can get my bolts that I dropped. And we're in luck. We found the bolts. And we still know where the 10 mil is. Pretty lucky. All right. So next step, actually maybe would have been smarter. First step, disconnect the hoses so you don't have to fight with it while it's loose. So anyways, we're gonna disconnect the hoses and I'll be right back. Little tip for when you get the lines off. You can grab a bolt and jam it in there to plug them up so you don't have fuel dripping everywhere. Put a rag or something below the filter for when you crack the lines in case you spill a little bit. So I had the feed line to the filter and out of the filter off. Here's the return. For the return, you can cycle it back through the filter just like this, or you can run it back straight to the tank, which is what I'm gonna do. So you need a 5/16 union. So I got this one. I'm just gonna pull one line off, slip it on right away, the other line off, slip it on right away, and then the return will be done. A little tip, when you take your clamps off, grab a pair of pliers and gently rock the line back and forth. You'll hear it kind of crack loose because the line's going to be stuck to the hose ends. So just kind of rock them back and forth until you can do this by hand. Then it'll actually come off. You don't have to fight with it so much. Be careful here because this is plastic. But here you don't have to be quite as careful with how hard you squeeze, but you still got to be careful. You don't want to compress this and whatever. We'll be back in a minute. And then slip your clamps back up there with your tool of choice for moving their clamps. Replace them for gear clamps if you'd prefer. We can lift this guy out, put him somewhere safe because it's full of diesel. Don't want to spill that all over the place. Pull your rag out. You should be staying pretty dry down there. After that, you can grab your new filter housing. And you figure out your orientation. Mine's gonna go like this because of how I'm gonna hold it in. So eventually I'll get this section here cut off and make it look very similar on both sides. And this way, fuel in to the filter, out of the filter to the engine. So I just gotta get some Teflon to jam these guys in there. These plugs, same thing, Teflon, get them in there. 1/2 inch NPT to 5/16 barb is what you need. Might be a little tricky to find just because of everything that's going on right now. I have 3/8 barbs, so they're a 1/16 bigger. Should be able to force the hose over the fittings though. I'll be back after I get Teflon on there. Alright, so I got this all trimmed up so that it's gonna look nice and clean-ish in there. Now, this is the factory fuel filter holder bracket. I'm gonna trim it off on the sides there and equally on the back so that it wraps around just a little bit to hold on to the actual filter. And then I'm gonna hose clamp to hold it. So we'll get this cut and get ready to get it in the car. Okay, so there she is. Installed. Just gotta wash the bay down now. Bleed all the air out. All right, so now that you're done, you just gotta bleed the air out. You can use the your Rostec cable or other scanner to just run the fuel pump. Jump the fuel pump relay if you want, or however you want to do that. Let me know if you want me to do a little video and show you how to do that. I can add that in after. But yeah, that's that. So that's how you can get a cat filter for around 50 bucks. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Catch you on the next one. All right, now that you got your fuel pump primed, you're ready to start it up. Let's see how she goes. Since my parking brake doesn't work, or sticks, I should say. Jam a wheel chock in there. Okay. Here we go. Let's start her up.